Hello, and welcome to this week's message. When I was preparing for this reading, the goddess Hathor came through with a message. So her message was, get the depth of love through focusing on everything that brings peace. Remember Egypt, for remembering is the destiny of your dreams. Get meditating. Eden is where you go. Peace and love to you, dear. So I found that very interesting that Hathor energy is coming through and guiding us. On this day, we have the new moon. We are entering the year of the fire horse, and I think there's an annular solar eclipse. So there's a lot of energy going on at this time. Hathor, she isn't just a goddess, she is a frequency. And Hathor, represents many things, such as, the mother, the lover, the healer, sexuality, the cosmic womb, star knowledge. She is really the container of divine consciousness. So you may wish to make her an offering to show your gratitude. I have left her some milk and honey on my altar, and I've also made an essential oil blend with rose, frankincense, and myrrh, as these were used in ancient Egypt in their rituals and ceremonies. So at this time, Hathor energy is guiding us, and she's bringing us love, peace, and is helping us to find our balance. So with that being said, the first card we have today is Benevolent Guide, Inner Voice, Guide, Ally. Oh, how easy it is to doubt the presence of the Spiritus Rector. The alchemist, falling into a moment of forgetfulness, feels alone in the laboratory and begins to doubt their work. Disarray and discontent follow. Who do I listen to? Where do I turn for guidance? All the while, the benevolent guide hovers close, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be heard amidst the noise of the world. It whispers words of kindness and encouragement into the ears of the alchemist. When this card appears, it asks us to recall the guidance we have received at important junctures in our life. That benevolent presence is constant, not conditional. Now is not the time for struggle or fear. Soften into the gentle humming of the wise bee. You cannot make a wrong choice when the Spiritus Rector is near. So you are being guided at this time to go within and tap into your inner guide and wisdom. So, they say as within, so without. So for me, I find that the guidance, whether that's from my higher self or, a spirit guide or a goddess, god or deity, I find that wisdom can be tapped in from going within. So many of you may be looking outside of yourself, guidance, or an answer to a question. This card is saying you already know the answer you are seeking. So really take this time for some stillness and silence in meditation to really allow your wisdom to become conscious. You are your greatest mentor, and you may have brushed something aside that was meant to be followed. So the benevolent guide was our theme, and what is crossing the theme is the void, liminal darkness, destiny. The void is a mystical riddle in and of itself. It cannot be understood by means of alchemy, chemistry, science, or spirituality. It astounds the most adept seeker and humbles the philosopher. From the depths of nothingness, all feelings and possibilities are birthed. Behind the curtain of our material world, the power of eternal spaciousness is at work. This card may appear at a time when something has been released, a relationship, a possession, a title, but the void is much bigger than any worldly entity. When an alchemist approaches the void, destiny shifts in the darkness. Like magnets, you are drawn to it as it is drawn towards you. Meditation is critical at this time. Just sit and breathe. Surrender to the vastness. There is an electricity between you and the void that is sacred and timeless. From its center, everything is born. So I think this really fits with the inner guide, where that is guiding you to do meditations. So in your meditations, it would be beneficial to imagine you are in the void, to connect with your inner guide. It is in the nothingness and the surrender to the void that you will find your guidance. I'd say there is an inner shift occurring, which is aligning you towards your destined path. as the card suggested, you have released something lately that could have caused you pain. And in times of pain, we can try and find, things to fill this hole with, things that aren't really good for us, whether that is, alcohol, caffeine, whatever it is, distracting ourselves with, social media, all of those things. So, really try and take this time to sit with these feelings and allow them to move through you. The release is needed so any new energy and insights can be integrated and recognized. So, the next card we have representing our conscious thoughts around this theme is Thanatos. Death. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. So, some of you may have gone through the loss of a loved one, and if so, I really send my condolences. Grief is a process that can really take time. It can't be rushed. The feelings do need to be felt and witnessed. You know, I lost my best friend. She was 27. I think I was 26. And oh my God, like the grief is such a hard thing. You go through all of the different emotions like denial. I didn't believe that she had passed. And it's a really hard emotion to go through. And I don't think it's ever really complete because I get still periods. I think it's been like 14 years now. And I still get periods of time when the grief hits me. So it is, although time they say can be a great healer, it doesn't make it go away. So, just really be kind if there is something or someone you have lost, and really take this time to allow yourself to feel that grief. That is how we can move through it as we integrate this energy. So if it is an aspect, or if it is a death or the death of an aspect of self, it can feel just as painful as we knew who we identified as, and we are no longer sure of who we are sometimes as we change so much. But by entering the void, you are in the realm of the underworld, and you may be having more communications with other spirits or with loved ones you have lost, as you connect to your inner guide. Your spiritual gifts may be ramping up as well. And it can feel a little overwhelming at times. So try to remember just to be slow with this process and just to ground yourself when you are connecting. Our unconscious thoughts about this situation is the orphan, the wounded child, the abandoned, the beggar. To study the orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected, yet face collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents, and the earth begs for our attention. We are in a time of a universal orphanage, of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card, as it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected is quite possibly what is most needed, dear one. So, as you connect deep, within, you may bring up some inner child feelings that have been buried deep within you. There may be pain and trauma in the memories that may arise when you are connecting with this energy. So, as I said, be gentle with yourself as you witness this and really send yourself, all the love and acceptance. Really listen to what your inner child is needing from you and give them kindness. You know, we all have trauma in one way or another that stems from childhood or past life wounds, and we usually try and bury it and cover over it. But avoiding the pain does not make it go away. It will show up in other ways, you know, and in other situations, or be reflected back through relationships until you have truly integrated this and learned from what this is trying to teach you. I think it is, you know, to teach you to love yourself unconditionally, even if you didn't receive this when you needed it growing up. It could be good for your inner child to do some of the things that you love to do when you were young. This could be like, you know, drawing, painting, or anything creative that you really loved to do. You know, really connect to that inner child at this time. The next card we have is what is about to end, and that is New Dawn. Welcome back. I would say through all of this work, you have undergone a lot of alchemizing, you know, by doing this work, you know, which you could have been working on for a very long time. I know I have been. This period of darkness is coming to a close, and there is a new chapter that is going to begin. You may have had to leave someone or something behind to close this certain chapter, or this could be the inner child pain that you are now overcoming. You are healing yourself, and you should be really proud of your strength and resilience and how far you've come. You know, there is a new journey ahead, and you won't know all the answers yet, but all is revealed in divine timing, as and when it's meant to be known. I know we all get sick of hearing that because as we do the work, we sometimes think, oh, things should change now, things should show up, but things happen as and when they're meant to, as and when you can handle them as well. But I do really think there is a new beginning, especially, you know, we're now entering the fire horse year, and this is going to bring a lot of courage, a lot of passion, a lot of forward motion. So it's quite an exciting time, but I think that's why these kind of energies and, you know, the dark period of, you know, recognizing things that can't come forward with you do really need to be kind of integrated and recognized first before you can harness this new energy. So the next card represents the future, or which is about to begin, and that is 33, dimensional gateway and invitation. 33 could mean something for you. I believe it is a master number. So before your new journey begins, there is a period of entering a doorway where you are being called to rest and reflect and allow the healing to really be integrated into your body. There are angelic frequencies that are activating you, and they're upgrading your energy with light and love, you know, that you can carry forward on your path. You may be called to share your wisdom and lessons you have learned. This is a powerful portal that you are guided to step through. Once you do, the work begins. Again, it may have changed slightly, you may have had some new ideas, and it's going to change you in a new way that will be aligned for your new path. The next card represents you and your energy, and that is Valley of the Quest. So, after you've been doing this work and had a period of rest, you will then be able to step through the gateway and begin your quest. I think you needed to go through what you have experienced so you can be ready for this new journey. And you will feel a sense of purpose in whatever way that is that aligns to you. It could be travel, a new career, or a new opportunity that reveals itself to you. There will be moments when you need to take action. And once you start showing the universe your intentions, it will align and start shifting to your frequency and bring in the new people, places, and opportunities to support your new adventures. So this is quite an exciting card. I think, yeah, we've all been on a journey, and I do think this year is going to bring a lot more positivity. And the energy coming in is the Three of Cups. So your new journey may involve friends or family, or new relationships coming into your life. This could be personal, romantic, or through a new role you are beginning. This could relate to three individuals as well who you feel a deep connection with, and who you can really be yourself with. This can also point to communicating your feelings openly and honestly with those you value and cherish. The work you have been doing internally may also want to be shared with others, as you can really help others understand what they are experiencing just by sharing your experiences and wisdom. This card is, can also indicate an upcoming celebration in your life, so that might be quite exciting. The next card is Sobek and Horus, Reconciliation of Opposites. If you have drawn this card, it's time to take a deeper look at the energetic desire to evolve while stepping into a new way of being. You may experience a sense of conflict from the old self. In truth, it is willing but needs to know that what is of value will not be lost and that mistakes will not be repeated. This is an opportunity to take stock of the newer self that wants to evolve and step forward, and of the old self that wants to make sure you have a solid foundation to stand on. Drawing this card indicates that resolution is afoot. If there is a conflict in your life or something in the way of your forward or upward motion, meditating with these two seemingly opposing forces can bring you to a deeper understanding of a relationship or situation. It can also open the way to forgiveness. If you bump into that part of yourself that is close to forgiveness, stay open. It is one of the most potent keys for resolution. So, as you upgrade and integrate shadows of self, these aspects are still part of you, They all had a function and a purpose at some time. It isn't about, forgetting who you were, but knowing that dark and light are all within you. We have time on earth where it's all about the experience of the polarities of things. That's how we experience our lessons on earth. We can't see the light without first going through the darkness. So if there is a person or a part of yourself that needs forgiveness, I would say now is the time to open yourself and let go. Let go of what has been, and allow this to heal you or the relationship that needs healing. The next card is our outcome key, and that is Hunter. Track down your fears, orders, and desires. The new journey you are called to begin may bring fears. This could be fears of being seen or heard, which may relate to your inner child traumas. I know that's part of something I've had to really integrate and learn from. The unseen and unknown can bring feelings of resistance to move forward to something new. And so many of us stay in the same familiar situations or relationships, as it can really feel safe and comfortable. And, we don't know what awaits on the other side of this, and that can be scary. But this is a call to step towards your fears that have been holding you back, as this is where the key lies to your desires. You do have the strength and power to make real your dreams. So take that brave step on your quest, whatever small step that is. It doesn't have to be anything big. Even just by doing this meditation and really getting honest and allowing your inner guide to guide you and bring up anything that does need to be known, or felt, any kind of feelings that you may have, that you may have been pushing aside. That might be something you're fearing, but we need to move forward, clearing all of that out. Really getting honest with ourselves and becoming clear on what it is we do want to grow for this new year. The owl is our spirit animal that we had showing up today. Abundance, clairvoyant treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With our wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your Dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that wellspring of treasures is infinite. When in balance, generous, trusting, and secure. When out of balance, money quarrels and scarcity. To bring into balance an offering. So that offering, could be what I mentioned at the beginning of this reading, where I said about offering something to Hathor, whether that is milk or honey or anything that you feel that you would like to make an offer for to her. The angel number we have today is 888, Karma, and I think it mentioned in that owl card about karma, dharma. So balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. So these are both pointing towards wealth and abundance, which I think is great. And I think these will be coming to you as you step towards your potential and your soul's aligned path. The universe loves to surprise us in unexpected ways. So really stay open and trust that you are being guided and supported by spirit. You may want to make an offering, like I said, to Hathor, as she has been here guiding us today. But yeah, any offering just to show your gratitude and your love to her, showing that you're honouring her or any other spirits who are helping you at this time, I think can really help us. It's in the gratitude that we then can start to receive more. So I think this is quite an exciting time, and I do think things are going to get better for a lot of us. So good luck with this energy, and please share anything you would like to in the comments. Let us kind of grow together and, just share what we're going through. Thank you, and until next week, bye.